करुणाभरिते सनक सनातन वर्णित चरिते राधे जय जय माधव दयिते राधे जय जय माधव दय राधे जय जय माधव दयिते श्री राधा माधव की श्रील रूप गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की
Hare Krishna. We'll sing Vaishnava Bhajan. E bara karuna karo. श्री नरोत्तमदास ठाकुर की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ये बार करुणा कर वैष्णव गोसाई वैष्णव गोसाई ये बार करुणा करो वैष्णव गोसाई पतिता पवाना तुमा बिन के हना बिन के हना जहारा निकटे गेले पाप दूरे जाय ये मना दयाला प्रभु के बको पाय गंगारा परसा हैले पाश्यते पावना दर्शने पवित्र करा हे तुम्हारा गुण हरिस्ताने अपराधे थारे हरि नाम Tomastane aparade nahi paritran. Tumara hridaye sada Govinda Vishram. Govinda kahena Mora Vaishnava Paran. Prati janma kori asha charanera dhuli. Narotame karo daya panarabali. Ye barakaruna karo Vaishnava Goswami. Patita pavana toma bina kehana. Jaya Vaishnava Thakur, Jaya Vaishnava Thakur, Vaishnava Thakur, Jaya Vaishnava Thakur. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe. Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Baladeva Subhadramai Jaya Sudarshana. Jaya Gauranitai 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajakacarya Ashtotar Sri Srimad Divine Grace Abhaychana Arvind Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Grandharaj Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda Ki. Hare Krishna. We welcome all of you for Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam class. We are reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, first canto, 18th chapter, 37th verse. Right? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhirayet. Nashtaprayeshva Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Rittamaśloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namah. Hare Krishna. We are reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, first canto, 18th chapter, entitled Maharaja Pariksit Cursed by Brahman Boy. We are reading 37th verse. Iti langita maryadam takshakaha saptame hani dangshyati sma kulangaram chodito me tatadruham. Iti langita maryadam takshakaha saptame hani dangshyati sma kulangaram chodito me tatadruham. Iti langita maryadam takshakaha saptame hani dangshyati sma kulangaram chodito me tatadruham. Please recite. Tilangita maryada Itilangita maryadam takshaka saptame hani Tankshati sma kulangaram chodito me tatatraham kilangita maryadam takshaka saptame hani. Tankshati sma kulangaram chodito me tatadruham. Matajis. What word meaning? Iti, thus. Langita, surpassing. Maryadam, etiquette. Takshakaha, snake bird. Saptame, on the 7th. Ahani, day. Dangshyati, will bite. Sma, certainly. Kulangaram, the wretched of the dynasty. Choditaha, having done. Me, my. Tatadruham, enmity towards the father. The translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The Brahmana's son cursed the king thus. On the 7th day from today, a snake bird will bite the most wretched one of that dynasty, Maharaja Pariksit, because of his having broken the laws of etiquette by insulting my father. Purport. Thus the beginning of misuse of Brahmanical power began, and gradually the Brahmanas in the age of Kali became devoid of both Brahmanical powers and culture. The Brahmana boy considered Maharaj Pariksit to be Kulangara, or the wretched of the dynasty, but factually the Brahmana boy himself was so, because only from him did the Brahmana caste become powerless, like the snake whose poison teeth are broken. The snake is fearful as long as his poison teeth are there, otherwise he is fearful only to the children. The personality of Kali conquered the Brahmana boy first, and gradually the other caste. Thus the whole scientific system of the orders of the society in this age has assumed the form of vitiated caste system, which is now being uprooted by another class of men, similarly influenced by the age of Kali. One should see to the root cause of vitiation and not try to condemn the system as it is, without the knowledge of its scientific value. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Gurave Nama Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Mena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitam Sha Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Śrīmad Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Śrīmad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Niti Namine Shri Vasabhanavi Devi Daitaya Kripadyaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Daine Prabhave Nama Madhuryojjvala Premadya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dina Tarine Rupanuga Viruddha Apasiddhanta Dvanta Harine Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshad Vairagya Murtaye Vripalamba Rasambude Padambujayate Nama Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Varayate Gaura Virba Bhumestvam Nirdeshna Sajjana Priya Vaishnavam Sarva Bhumo Shri Jagannadayate Nama Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhu Bhaevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Nama Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratise Nama Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Jayatam Surato Pangor Mama Manda Matergati Matsarvasya Padambujo Radha Madana Mohano Divya Vrindaranya Kalpadhrumada Srimad Ratnagara Simhasanasto Srimad Radha Srila Govinda Devo Preshtalibi Sevimana Smarami Srimad Rasarasarambi Vamshivada Tadasita Karshan Venus Viner Gopi Gopinada Istriyastuna Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Before starting this, I take blessings from all the Vaishnavas assembled here so that we can discuss about this Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam most exalted topic. This verse is so important that because of this verse, this particular verse only, whole Brahmana caste became powerless and bereft of all the Brahmanical qualities. Whole Brahmanical culture got destroyed because of this just one verse. This verse is so important in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So we know that Krishna, the all-powerful personality of Godhead, he was protecting this age through his beloved devotee Pariksit Maharaj. He was protecting the earth from the influence of Kali. But as soon as the Shringi has cursed him, then the deterioration happened. So Krishna, we know that why Krishna appears. Namo Brahmana Devaya Go Brahman Hitaya Cha Jagaditaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. So Krishna appears for the protection of Brahmanas and cows. This verse, Krishna descends to protect the cows and Brahmanas. So one of the most important duty or the activity what Krishna does is protection of Brahmanas and cows. This protection of Brahmanical culture and the protection of cows is very important. It helps materially and spiritually both for the progress of society. These both are important. Not only Krishna, even the great religious kings, when they used to rule the kingdom, so they used to follow this. This Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, he has a seal. Everyone has their own seal, like mudra, that seal. So in stamp, seal they have. So in that seal of that dynasty of that era, in that seal also it is mentioned that protection of Brahmanas and cows. So generally the seal represents their whole mood, like their purpose, why they are ruling the kingdom. So even the most religious kings, pious kings, they used to follow this rule of protecting cows and Brahmanas. But nowadays we see that the whole Brahmanical culture and cows, they're all got destroyed. How they got destroyed? So the first instance happened in the history is this: the offense committed by Shringi boy to great Vaishnava, great ruler Pariksit Maharaj. So what happens if there are no Brahmanas and if there is no Brahmanical culture, or if there are less qualified Brahmanas? What happens is that if there are less qualified Brahmanas, so there won't be any spiritual direction. So all the people, all the people in from the society, they will not have any proper direction. No spiritual direction, like what to do, what not to do, what to eat, what not to eat. No spiritual direction if there are less qualified brahmanas. So because of that, the whole society becomes animal society. So what is the difference between animal society and human society is, the animal society, it only focuses on survival and sense gratification. Animals, they only think how to survive and how to do sense gratification. That's it, nothing else. Their whole day activity is this only. If the human beings, if they don't have any spiritual directions, if they don't have any moral authority, morals and values, principles which Brahmanas teaches them, if there is no such type of upbringing, then the human society also will become animals. And it is the specific service of the Brahmanas to teach this. They will become like a two-legged Brahmana. That's why the kings, they used to protect the Brahmanas very much. They used to protect the Brahmanas, they used to protect the Brahmanical culture, and they used to make sure that the Brahmanas are pure and bona fide, and they follow all the rules and regulations, and all the facilities were given to them so that they carry out their own duties, yagnas, all those things. So the kings used to be like that before. And here we see that just because of this one person, one Brahmana boy committing a sin, committing an offense, Jai Shri Shri Radha Madhav ki Jai, Jai Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki Jai, Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Mahesh Darshan ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. He is a immature Brahmana boy, and who has committed great offense against Pariksit Maharaj, a great devotee. What happened? It did not affect only him. It has affected the whole Brahmana caste. Imagine, it did not affect only him, not only his family, not only his caste, the whole Brahmana caste got affected because of this offense against Pariksit Maharaj. This instance we see in Chaitanya Charitamrita also. We see that Ramchandra Khan, who was he was a landlord. He was a landlord and he was a Jamindar. He was Jamindar of some particular district, Benapola, in Bengal. He was a very rich person, and he was envious of Vaishnavas. He was very much envious of Vaishnavas, and in the same place Haridas Thakur was living. And Haridas Thakur, he was very simple. Haridas Thakur, he was a great Vaishnava, and he was living outside, practically he was living outside the city, like outside the village, in the forest, in a small cottage. He was having Tulsi Maharani, and he used to chant every day 3 lakh holy names, and he used to give discourses on Bhagavatam, like that. And his influence has attracted so many people, and lot of people used to come to Haridas Thakur to take his association, to hear his classes, and his glories were spread throughout that place. And by seeing his popularity, Ramchandra Khan, he became very much envious, and he tried so many ways to dishonor him in different ways. But because Haridas Thakur was advanced devotee, and he was very advanced devotee, and he means he does not commit any type of faults. Means he does not have any fault in his character, so that's why he was not affected. And then Ramchandra Khan finally thought, let me send a prostitute to destroy his character. I will destroy his character, and then people will disfame him, and then then I will be happy, like that he thought. So he went to those prostitute houses and he selected the most beautiful girl from there, and he asked her, you you go to him and you seduce him and you do all those things, and then I will bring the constables and we will arrest him, like that. And then prostitute told, just give me 3 days, I will destroy this person's character and then you can arrest him, like that. So she dressed nicely and she goes, and we know that all the story, how she goes and she requests, you are the young man, I am also young, we should enjoy each other, like that she tried. And then Haridas Thakur says, I have taken a vow to chant every day 3 lakh holy names. So first let me chant. You hear what I am chanting, Hare Krishna mantra, you hear. When I complete, then I will fulfill your desire, like that he says. And then she accepts, and the whole day passed, whole night passed, and he completed his rounds and for that day. And next day he told that you come tonight, and this time I will fulfill your desire, like that he told. Like that the second day also, throughout night he was chanting. From a pure devotee he was chanting, and that prostitute she was hearing chanting of Haridas Thakur's. Like that 3 days it happened, and finally her mind became completely purified and she surrendered that, please forgive me for my offense. This Ramchandra Khan has told me this task to do, but please forgive me. Haridas Thakur says that I know this, but because I want to save you, that's why I have stayed 3 days to deliver you. So like that he told that you give up all your wealth, you give to all the brahmanas, and like that you settle down here, you shave your head, you chant every day, and Krishna will protect you, Krishna will take care of you, like that Haridas Thakur says, and he leaves. So from this story, from this incident, we see that Ramchandra Khan committed a great offense against Haridas Thakur by sending a prostitute to ruin his character. By this offense, what happened is, because he offended the lotus feet of Haridas Thakur, he became like a demonic atheist. Chaitanya Charitamrita says that he became like a demonic atheist. He started like he was not giving the to the government we give, right? Debt, tax, we pay tax. He started giving, he stopped giving tax. So what happened is that Muslim minister, he came to the house of the Ramchandra Khan and he attacked him. He beat him so hardly. Actually, before this incident, one more thing happened. After this offense, Lord Nityananda himself comes to the house of Ramchandra Khan. And what this Ramchandra Khan does is, he tells that, means Nityananda Prabhu comes to his home and he sits in the Durga Mandap, like he's in the courtyard, in the center of his home. But Ramchandra Khan tells that, you don't sit here, you go and sit outside my house in some, like my milkman, my milkmaid, he sits outside the home, you go and sit there, and whatever you want I will send, like that he says. So he sends Nityananda Prabhu to go out of his home and he make him sit out. So he committed such a grave offense even to Lord Nityananda Prabhu also, Ramchandra Khan. And Nityananda Prabhu, he says, yes, this place is unfit for me, this place is meant for cow killing people. It's not an offense at the lotus feet of Haridas Thakur and Lord Nityananda Prabhu. That whole village became like a desert. So that is the offense. When we commit offense against such advanced devotee like Haridas Thakur, these are the consequences. Not only the person becomes infected, but the place where he stays, his associates, his family, his village, everything becomes destroyed. So that's why this Shringi committed such a great offense to the Maharaja Pariksit that entire Brahmanical caste lost all its power and qualities. We know that this Brahmanas powers, like in previous ages, we used to see that they, like we know from example from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam that there was a king Vena who was like a demon, and all the Brahmanas, they got united and they killed him just by the verses. With their Brahmanical power, they killed the king just by uttering the mantras. Such powerful Brahmanas used to be there. Any more examples from scriptures, like how the Brahmanas were so powerful and pure in the previous ages? Parshuram. Yes, Ashwamedha Yagna, Brahmanas, what they used to do? Even the old, they used to bring the old body, old and diseased body, and with their powers of mantras, they used to do this Ashwamedha Yagna and they used to get a new body, fresh body. Such power they used to have. What else? King Nriga became lizard. He couldn't properly serve Brahmanas charity, and then Brahmanas, they cursed him and he became a lizard in his next life. Some more examples. Ashwatthama. Complete the story. He released Brahmastra. How the Brahmanas power, like Brahmanas power. Okay, you mean to say Ashwatthama was Brahmana's son? Actually, he was not actually Brahmana. He is Brahmabandhu. He is not actually qualified Brahmana. Still, he got that power to release Brahmastra. Okay, Durvasa Muni. Don't tell just name, tell some what he has done also. Just don't tell. They did lot of things, not just, if you tell me just name, I did not read that many scriptures. If you, like some particular Brahmana, like how they have exhibited their powers, some incident, just like Anantasthru told that how they cursed, like that. Yes, when Vishwamitra came to attack to get this Kamadhenu, and then Vashishta contracted all those. He killed even so many soldiers also came to attack the ashram. He killed all of them, something like that. Yes. Who will become the Pashandis? Who has cursed? Okay. Okay. So we see from the from history how the Brahmanas used to have such a power, and with their curse they used to, still their curses are still valid till now. See that this Lord Shiva devotees, they are like Pashandis, they are like eating meat and all those things, still the valid till now. So this Shringi's curse was so great that he committed such a great offense that Brahmanas lost all their power and qualities. So this was the Kali's plan actually. This is whole Kali's plan, how to degrade the society. So to degrade the society, the Kali knew that if we attack the head first, if we degrade the head, automatically everything will be degraded. Just like in kickboxing, if you hit the head first, then automatically the person will become unconscious. If right, if with powerful punch, if he hit the head, then either he falls down. So in the same way, Kali, she with her mentality, he induced this Shringi boy, and he made him curse Pariksit Maharaj. Because of that, the whole Brahmanical society got destroyed. See this, even though we have a powerful legs, like strong arms, powerful legs, and if the intelligence is corrupted, what happens? The whole society becomes degraded. Imagine if a person who is very powerful, who has powerful arms, powerful legs, and if his intelligence is contaminated, and if his intelligence is destroyed, he'll become the most like a deadliest villain. He will destroy the whole society. So that has happened. That's why we see that people nowadays, they don't have any intelligence. I was coming in that car, and I saw a person like strong person. He was on the roadside. He was the roadside, fell unconscious. He might have worked whole day, like that they do not like sand transferring, lifting rocks, all those things. So what they do is they work whole day, and what they do is after getting money, they drink alcohol. So that person drank, I think he might have drank so much alcohol that he fell unconscious on the road. He fell unconscious on the road, and he was lying. And that whole sand, his body was covered by that sand. So even though that person was strong enough, but because it doesn't have any intelligence, and there are no brahmanas, or he never heard from the brahmanas like what to eat, what not to eat, how to utilize money. That person was lying on the ground, like practically like a dog. He was a human being, but he was acting like a dog. So this becomes, because of the lack of intelligence, because of the lack of Brahmanical culture, if there are no brahmanas who can teach, who can give the proper guidance, the whole society will be destroyed. The word insanity doesn't refers to the legs, arms. The insanity refers to the brain, to the minds of the people. If the people are insane, if the people are senseless, if they don't have any sense, like what to create, what not to create, just like we see that the most intellectual people who are supposed to be most intellectual, the scientists, they are creating the most dangerous bombs, nuclear bombs, to destroy the world. I was hearing His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. He was telling that this Albert Einstein and the Oppenheimer, who invented this atomic bomb and nuclear bomb, they were supposed to be the most intellectuals, but they have created such a bombs to destroy the whole human race. So they have because they don't have any spiritual intelligence, that's why they have done such a nasty thing, and because of that we see this World War II and so many things happened. And they are spending billions and billions and billions of dollars how to create more and more bombs, more and more things that can destroy the human race. All this is happening because of there is no intelligence, there is no spiritual intelligence. That's why this Kali attacked the head. Suppose if one leg is infected, there is no problem. If there is one arm is infected, there is no problem actually. He can manage with another hand. But if the head is infected, it's very difficult. That is happening in the society. And because of the lack of intelligence, all the societies, they are fighting with one another. Imagine the arms are beating the leg, and leg is beating the head, and head is thinking that I will starve, I will not feed the stomach. Imagine a person doing all these things. Imagine one person with his own hands he's beating his legs, and with his own legs he's beating the head, and the head is thinking that I will starve the stomach. So he will be regarded as a mental person. He'll be regarded like a psycho or some what do you call mentally retarded, disabled, mental disabled. So he will be kept away from the society. So right now the society is like this. Everyone is fighting among each other because of the lack of Brahmanical culture. So that's why Srila Prabhupada founded this ISKCON society to create the Brahmanical culture. If you want to create Varnashrama Dharma, first we have to create bona fide Brahmanas. So that's why this ISKCON is created, so that to create bona fide Brahmanas, and with the help of bona fide Brahmanas, then only this Vaishnava culture, this Varnashrama Dharma, Varnashrama, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudras, this whole society can be created. That's why we should become Brahmanas. And that's what we are hearing. And even in the purport it's mentioned that because of thus the whole scientific system of orders of the society in this age has assumed the form of vitiated caste system. Because of the Brahmanas, they are less qualified. That's why they started this, that you are all untouchables, we are great, you are not allowed to enter the temple. So all these things happened. This caste system, vitiated caste system, untouchables, all these things happened. The Shudras are untouchables, like this. So many rules they have started because they themselves have fall down from their position, and they have made such rules, and even though their sons were not qualified to become Brahmanas, because they were not following any principles. That's why they made their sons even as a Brahmanas. Like they made them as Brahmanas even though they doesn't have any qualities of Brahmana. Actually, Brahmana means he should have the qualities of Brahmana. So Brahmana should not be by birth. Brahmana is by the qualities and the activities the person has. Karma and guna. Guna karma vibhagasa. But because of the fall down of Brahmanas, this thing happened. Even a lot of conversations we see here. Mainly these Christians, they attack whom, this SC and SC caste. Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, if you see, the people who are staying in the SC and SC caste, these Christians, they particularly go there and they attack these people. They convert them only. They know these people that you are created untouchables, and Brahmanas, they are very envious of you and all these things. So you come to our religion, we'll take care of you, we'll treat you very equally, like this. So because of this thing only, this Sanatan Dharma, this Hinduism, this all got degraded. But right now we have got a chance again to re-establish this Brahmanical culture by this Harinam Sankirtan and book distribution. This book distribution, if this will give intelligence to the people. This book distribution is very important. By giving Srila Prabhupada books, they will understand that what is the purpose of my life, what I am supposed to do. This Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Bhagavad Gita, these are very powerful books. This will definitely, just Prabhupada says, these are like spiritual bombs. They only will help. They will only awaken the people who are completely degraded in this current age of Kali Yuga, with a lacking of intelligence, spiritual intelligence. It will give them spiritual intelligence to understand, I am not this body, I am eternal servant of Krishna. Then the society can become again peaceful. And one more thing is this I want to mention about the grave, that offense committed against Vaishnava. What to speak of offending a Vaishnava, even if you are hearing, if you are in that a place where where the blasphemy of Vaishnava is happening, we should not be at that place. One devotee was asking Maharaj, if you are doing some service and if I am hearing such blasphemies there, what should I do? Maharaj says that you leave that service and go from that place. No need to do any service. If you are hearing any blasphemy of Vaishnavas, you should immediately go from that place. Either you correct that person or you leave that place. Such is the gravity. If a person who wants to criticize Vaishnavas, he better doesn't need to come to temple. If you want to blaspheme devotees and Vaishnavas, he doesn't need to enter temple. Let him stay outside. The lecture which I was hearing, that was happening in Chowpatty. So Maharaj was telling, that person, let him doesn't need to come to temple. Let him go to the Chowpatty beach where the people pass stool. So let him pass stool from his mouth. This offending Vaishnavas is like a stool. So let him pass stool in the Chowpatty beach rather than coming him to the temple and offending Vaishnavas. He was speaking so heavily. Maharaj was speaking so heavily. So that is a offense. If we commit Vaishnava aparad, if we do such type of things, even the temple atmosphere becomes like contaminated. That's why we should be very careful. Even Vaishnavas can tolerate, but Krishna will never tolerate. Even I have seen personally in the temple, like some devotees left the temple. Actually, what happened is they have committed some Vaishnava aparad. That's why they have left the temple. It's not, if one person has joined the temple and serving Krishna, it's not so easy to, after practicing 2-3 years, it's not so easy to get out of the temple. Because he has committed Vaishnava aparad. One devotee was telling that in this temple, no systematic things are happening, that these, he told so many things. No, he is not visible in the temple. So that's why committing Vaishnava aparad is very dangerous. We should be very careful. If we have so many angry issues that this, mere ko gussa jaldi aata hai, I am this, this we should not this is not like concession. Because I get angry very easily, so I can offend any Vaishnava. No. Krishna is hearing. One day he will kick you out of the temple. That's why we should be very careful dealing with the Vaishnavas. We see here that how he offended the great Vaishnava, Pariksit Maharaj, and the whole Brahmanical caste got cursed. All their power and their qualities got destroyed. So that's why we should worship Vaishnavas. We should glorify them instead of offending them, criticize them. We should never become the judge. Should never become judgmental to the Vaishnavas. If we are not the authority, if we don't have any, we don't have that service to correct them, we better don't correct them. The authority will take care of them, or just tell to the authority. We should not correct any Vaishnavas. We should not criticize them, blasphemy. Anantachan was telling that keep your mouth shut if you don't have any, if it is not your service, don't just correct others. So this I want to say about this verse. So thank you very much. If you have any questions, comments, or any suggestions, please. Any queries, questions, any comments? You can hear the class of Maharaj. It's very powerful. If you type this verse, you will get it. Whatever I spoke, it is completely by heart. I heard only half of the class actually. It's more half is there. Maharaja was speaking in Chowpatty. Very powerful class. 1996 he was giving this class.
So I have a question that regarding the Shringi, he has offended Pariksit Maharaj. So the whole dynasty, like Brahmanical culture, everything is lost. But what is the personal loss for Shringi? Because is there any mention that, after Shringi has cursed Pariksit Maharaj, after that, just like in Ramachandra Puri's pastime, we hear that he had offended
Haridas Thakur.
No, Ramachandra Puri he has offended Madhavendra Puri,
okay.
then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then we see in Chaitanya Charitamrita actually his mentioning of name is not there, what happened to him later. So because now it's like now here it is mentioned like the whole Brahmanical clan means the dynasty culture is lost, but it is ultimately it is the person who has done it. It is the person, me, I as a person, I have offended Pariksit Maharaj by my inexperience or by my uncultured behavior. So what is the reaction to him? Means I just want to hear about it.
Actually, bro, even I also don't know what happened, what reaction. I just heard he got heavy chastisement from his father. This much. He was a small boy. He has offended. Actually, I don't know about like what personally reaction, what he has got. I know about his. Only Nityanand Prabhu wants to say. I don't know what has happened ahead. Actually, we'll come to know in future. Want to say something, Prabhuji?
Yeah. Somebody wants. Actually, it was a desire of the Lord, and Parikshit Maharaj, Rishi Shamika and his son Shringi were all instrumental in fulfilling the desire of the Lord. So none of them were put into difficulty because everything was done in relation with the Supreme Person. Taken from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, 1st canto, 18th chapter, 49th verse, I think. It's not 8th, I think. It's
Okay,
8th or 8th chapter. Huh?
This is the plan of the Lord. This is one more thing. Even he was also a Brahmana, and when the Brahmanas, if all the Brahmanas' powers and qualities were gone, his qualities and power were also gone. He is also Brahmana. He also lost his powers and qualities. So personally also he got this my understanding that he is also Brahmana, like this, and his own qualities and power also got destroyed with his own offense. Personally also he got harm, and he made even the whole clan, whole caste also got lost his power. This was my understanding. And Nityananda was telling this arrangement of the Lord that they were not personally would put into difficulty because Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam has to come. That's why this scene has happened. Radhakant.
You said Brahmana is not by birth, and on the other side you are saying whole Brahmana clan, our whole Brahmana caste, our whole Brahmana society. How will you justify this?
It's not by birth, but the people who are born in Brahmana's family, they will have such certain type of inclination to become Brahmanas. Like they are more, what do you say?
They are Brahmins.
They are naturally inclined to become Brahman. Correct. Because they were in such a surroundings. So that's why, because of this curse, even though they will be in such a surrounding, such a place, such an atmosphere, still they will not have the qualities of Brahmana. Not all the qualities of Brahmana.
Still it is not fully convincing somehow. I mean, we are still recognizing someone who is taking birth in Brahmana family is Brahmana. And on the other side, we are saying, no, Brahmana is only with the quality. Definitely Brahmana is with the quality, we don't deny that. If someone is selling meat after taking birth in a Brahmana family, people don't recognize him as a Brahmana. But still, there is something like Brahmana clan, when the Gwalas goes to the houses of Brahmanas to ask for the food. They are all recognized as Brahmanas. They are all Ritvijas or whatever, recognized as Brahmanas. And in any society, this natural understanding will be there. Anybody who is taken birth in the king's family, they are expected to become kings, or at least they are part of the royal family. Royal order. Similarly, anybody is taken birth in a Brahmana family, it's like Brahmani we say, So this is really confusing. I mean, sometimes we are so much stressing on only quality. On the other side, we give importance to the Brahmana family also. So where we will, how we will reconcile all these things?
Actually, we can recognize Brahmanas like from the eyes of scriptures only, like we see like how a sadhu is supposed to be, titikshva, karunika, ajata chatrava, shadava, sadhu bhushanam, like such type of qualities. He is merciful to all the living entities. He is a tolerant. He is very merciful. So we should see through the eyes of scriptures if we want to recognize a Brahmana. Brahmana is actually with the qualities, even though he has acquired few qualities of a Brahmana, because of this, because after this incident, still the Brahmanas will not have such type of purity and such type of power which they used to have before. Like before, they used to ignite fire also, Brahmanas, with their mantras, all those things. And we hear that ISKCON's third generation they will have such type of purity. The Brahmanas will have such type of purity that they also can, with mantras they can ignite fire like that. So it will happen gradually when our society, if we follow the principles seriously, regulative principles, and gradually outside people, for them, whoever is wearing Brahman thread, they are Brahmanas. We should not worry about how outside people see. We should worry about how we see, like how our devotees in ISKCON supposed to see. So question is, that is only
philosophically I understand. Practically we also, like those who have taken Brahman initiation, is Brahmins, and we know how much Brahmins we are, So this understanding remain there, okay, somebody has taken Brahman initiation, he can go and worship the deities and he can do all these services. So for the sake of service, we are making some Brahmanas, but how much Brahman qualities, at least I can't comment on others, but so
that will happen.
To run the society, we need certain basic arrangement, even in our general society, government starts some colleges, authorizes, and then those who have taken admission and then qualifies BTech, they'll given BTech degree. Automatically, he's an engineer, it's recognized as engineer. How much he understands, we know how many of our classmates, how much they understand engineering. But still, we will give like that. So in general society, it will be like that. But when it comes to practical application, we will see the real qualities.
It's comment, Prabhu, or question?
Still, it's a confusing thing, whether birth is important or not important, how we check the qualities in each and everyone, and everyone will have mixed qualities many times in the society.
Actually, we can better like focus on our own qualities. Like instead of saying other person has he has a certain type of qualities or not. If we develop our own qualities, like what a Brahmana is supposed to have qualities, if we work upon that, and if we attend this full morning program, we'll definitely develop this certain type of qualities.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
अंतरा श्रीमद्-भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय.